Okay, good morning, students. Once again, so today I will be starting with the new chapters, and this chapter will be the last unit or the last chapter of your CRD from your syllabus. So I'll be showing you all the screen. Is the screen visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. All of you be very attentive. Okay, asymptomatics, the topic is asymptomatic urinary abnormalities. You can write it down. This is the last chapter. Asymptomatic urinary abnormalities. Write it down, the heading. Asymptomatic urinary abnormalities. Finish? Finish?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. You all know what is the meaning of asymptomatic? Asymptomatic? Do you have any idea what is asymptomatic? If not, you write down in the bracket. Showing no symptoms. Or you can simply write it as a conditions where no symptoms arise. Or you can simply write showing no symptoms. No symptoms, showing no symptoms. That is asymptomatic, okay? Urinary, you know. Abnormalities, you know. Abnormalities means there is any like any defect. So that is asymptomatic urinary abnormality. That means there will be urinary abnormalities, but the symptoms will not be shown. The symptoms will be asymptomatic. So, okay, you finish now. We'll move on.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. What is urinary abnormalities? These urinary abnormalities are an index of structural renal disease. Okay, structural renal disease. Example: red cell class in glomerulonephritis and other systemic disease. That means urinary abnormalities. क्या है? These are an who's that? Urinary abnormalities. क्या? Who's that making sound? Please, oh, please mute yourself. Okay, urinary abnormalities. Okay, let me check. Suraj. Okay, urinary abnormalities क्या है? These are an index of structural renal disease. Okay, structural renal disease as well as the other systemic disease. So you can write down this. You can just write down only this yellow part. The rest are no need to write. Okay, this no need to write. I just want you all to like know the meaning of all this. That's why I have just given this. No need to write. So urinalysis with microscopic examination of urine, and you all know that urinalysis means like this is the investigation or the test that is the test of urine, like it's not the blood, so that is urinalysis. So with microscopic examination of urine sediment, when properly done and interrupted by a knowledgeable person, can be a guide for further evaluations of renal disease and may help to avoid unnecessary investigation because they are not always intrinsically related. The abnormal result of the component of the urinalysis may occur alone or in combination. So this, the second part is just if you all want to read this, so I have just given, it's not that much necessary. So the main thing you need to write is this, urinary abnormalities. So finish. These are an index of structural renal disease and other systemic diseases. Finish?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let's move on.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So let us discuss the main part, that is asymptomatic urinary abnormalities that are commonly diagnosed with the help of dipstick as well as with the help of microscopic examination of urine. So what are the commonly diagnosed asymptomatic urinary abnormalities? Let us see one by one. So number one is glycosuria, next is pyuria, next is crystalluria, next is bacteriuria, hematuria, proteinuria. There are lots and lots more, but these are the most the common one. That's why I have mentioned all this: glycosuria, pyuria, crystalluria, bacteriuria, hematuria, proteinuria. These are the the commonly diagnosed asymptomatic urinary abnormalities, okay? And these are diagnosed with the help of the dipstick as well as microscopic examination of urine. By examining our urine with the help of dipstick and microscopic, these are the abnormalities that is being seen. So do you have any idea what is glycosuria? Any one of you? Glycosuria, anyone? If not, we will keep on explaining. You have any idea what is glycosuria?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Glycosuria means when there is the presence of excess amount of sugar in your urine. Understand? जब हमारा यूरिन पे बहुत ज्यादा sugar excrete करते हैं ना, when we excrete so much of sugar in our urine, that is known as glycosuria. And this is typically associated with diabetes या फिर any kidney disease का वजह से ये ग्लाइकोसूरिया होता है. So you can just write down if you want to write it down. Excess of sugar in the urine. You can simply write excess of sugar in the urine. Finish? Glycosuria.
Yes, ma'am.
There is also one term which relate to which is almost similar like that of glycosuria. Do you know that? Excess amount of sugar in the urine का मतलब क्या है? Sugar means what? Glucose, is not it? Yes or no? Sugar means
Yes, ma'am.
glucose, is it? Yeah, that means uh, there will be, you can also see excess of glucose in the urine or excess of sugar in the urine. Nah? There is also another term where you see a large amount of this glucose. What was that? Have you ever had the term hyperglycemia? Hyperglycemia. I keep on discussing during my offline class. Hyperglycemia. Have you heard the term? Hyperglycemia. That was also an excess of glucose, is not it? Yes or no? Yes or
Yes,
no?
ma'am.
Yes, can you please tell me what is the difference between glycosuria and hyperglycemia? Because in glycosuria, there will be excess amount of sugar or else glucose in the urine. Nah? So what happened in the hyperglycemia? What is hyperglycemia? All of you don't
Ma'am,
guess.
presence of excess sugar in blood.
Yes, there will be excess amount of sugar or else glucose in your bloodstream, that is in your blood, okay? And all these problems are mainly associated with diseases like diabetes mellitus, any kidney disease, all these things. So don't get confused about this. When someone asks you what is glycosuria, don't say that it is the presence of excess amount of sugar in the blood. No, urea, uria, then with uria, it's not it. So it relates to urine and hyperglycemia. That was that the excess of presence of glucose in your bloodstream. That is the difference. Are you clear now? What is glycosuria and hyperglycemia? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
ओके, डोंट गेट कंफ्यूज। हाँ, दोनों का बीच में शुगर ज्यादा होगा, लेकिन बस ये जानना है कि शुगर कहाँ पे, कौन सा वाला में ब्लड का है और कौन सा वाला यूरिन पे। बस यू नीड टू नो दैट डिफरेंस। ओके, okay, let's move on. Pyuria. Have you ever had the term pyuria? Pyuria?
No,
Pyurin.
ma'am.
No, ma'am.
No.
Okay, no problem. I'll show you all one by one. Okay, what is, okay, that was glycosuria. Glycosuria in the absence of hyperglycemia. Like there will be glycosuria, but in the absence of hyperglycemia, this will suggest renal glycosuria or proximal tubular disease. This condition is also common in pregnancy. This glycosuria, I already explained. If you don't understand this, I already explained you all in a very simple words, like that glycosuria. So this is pyuria. Pyuria means this is the presence of more than 3 to 5 white blood cell. That is WBC, white blood cell. Okay, white blood cells, or else high power field in the absence of positive urine culture that suggests interstitial nephritis, prostatitis, or renal tuberculosis. If you want to write it down, you can write it down. Means in simple, if you want to write down in simple, okay, what is pyuria also, you can just write down that pyuria, it is a urinary condition, okay, mainly related to white blood cell. So you can write like that also. With the help of your urine test, no? With urine test, this can be identified. Okay, finish. Finish. Pyuria. Yeah, you can simply write pyuria. It is an urinary condition related to white blood cell. You can simply write like that. Do you know, what is the most common cause of pyuria? It's urinary tract infection, okay? The most common cause is urinary tract infection. Okay, finish pyuria? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, next is what? Crystalluria. You can write it down, crystalluria. So pyuria, like, don't get confused. Okay, you can just simply write. If I give an exam also, like, it is defined, all these things. It is conditions that mainly related to WBC, white blood cell. You can write it down in that way. And next is crystalluria. Crystalluria. Write it down. Crystal. See the spelling nicely. Crystalluria. And always try to pronounce it nicely, okay? Okay, finish crystalluria. You can write it down the meaning. Crystalluria, it means no, the urine specimen is oversaturated. The urine specimen is oversaturated. Urine specimen is oversaturated with crystallogenic substance. With crystallogenic substance. Crystallogenic. Crystallogenic. Crystallogenic substances. That is the meaning of crystalluria, okay? Like our, like the urine specimen, no? That is like oversaturated. Like the saturation level is very, very much high, oversaturated with the help of the substance known as crystallogenic substance. That is why like that oversaturated occur because of crystallogenic substance. Okay, that is the reason why in the name itself it is known as crystalluria. So are you done writing? Yes or no? Or I need to repeat it?
Please repeat once again.
Okay,
Can you repeat
crystalluria, you write like this. Crystalluria means the urine specimen is oversaturated with crystallogenic substances. Oversaturated. Okay, next let's move on. Bacteriuria. Bacteriuria, I think you already discussed with your this new ma'am also, like the other ma'am, Saban ma'am. What is bacteriuria? I'll ask this to Shelly. What is bacteriuria? This is very common. Bacteriuria.
Ma'am, I don't know.
Srijana, can you please tell me what is bacteriuria?
Presence of bacteria in urine.
Yes, these are very, very tricky questions. बहुत easy. Bacteriuria. मैंने बोला ना urea means urine में present होता है. So bacteriuria, that means presence of bacteria in the urine. So all these are very common. Write down those who don't know. Those who don't know the meaning of this bacteriuria, you can just write it down. The presence of bacteria in the urine. Okay, finish, right? Okay, next, write hematuria. The meaning of hematuria. Next, write hematuria. What is hematuria? Srijana, what is hematuria?
Presence of blood in urine.
Yes, those who don't know, please write down the presence of blood in urine. Presence of blood in urine. Okay, Sheetal, what is proteinuria?
Ma'am, high level of protein in urine.
Okay, good. These are the like glycosuria, pyuria, crystalluria, bacteriuria, hematuria, and proteinuria. Okay, these are the is asymptomatic urinary abnormalities that are commonly diagnosed. Okay, with the help of dipstick as well as with the help of microscopic examination of our urine. So हमारा urine जब examination करता तो ये सब asymptomatic urinary abnormalities दिखाई देता है. So all this, if you want to read, then I have just given it, but I already explained the meaning. Now, if you like, I want to show you all in a two ways. That's why I means like what I have explained and I told you to write. That is the other point, and all this if you want to write it down. But these are not necessary. So among all these, one is very common, that is asymptomatic bacteriuria. Okay, asymptomatic bacteriuria, it is a condition in which larger than normal number of bacteria are present in the urine, but symptoms do not result. That is known as asymptomatic bacteriuria. And then now let us discuss about the tabular form. You can write it down, this glomerular causes of.
Ma'am,
Yes.
please show the asymptomatic bacteria once again.
Okay, okay. If I give the question, what is asymptomatic bacteria, then bacteriuria, then you write like this. हमारे यूरिन पे वो बैक्टीरिया लाइक नॉर्मल से बहुत ज्यादा बैक्टीरिया प्रेजेंट होता है, पर उसका सिम्टम्स दिखाई नहीं देता, तो इसको बोलते हैं एसिम्प्टोमेटिक बैक्टीरिया. If you are finished, you say okay, you are done. Done?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let's move on. This is the table of glomerular causes of asymptomatic urinary abnormalities. Write the heading, the table, write the heading of the table. Finish writing the heading, glomerular causes of asymptomatic urinary abnormalities. Write it down. Take your time and write. Finish? Finish writing just the heading.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All of you, do you have any doubts on this one? Your sessional exam? You want to ask anything? Today is what date? Today is 22, I think, no? 22, 23. And Monday is our exam, right? Yes or no? Monday is my subject, I think. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you want to ask anything?
No, ma'am.
Anyone? Anyone? Out of 29 students, any one of you want to ask anything?
Ma'am, please ask the easy question one.
Easy question one. Means whatever class like I have already taken ना, मैंने जितना भी class लिया था ना, तो उसमें मैंने जो important questions ऐसा ऐसा होगा, ऐसा type का होगा, मैंने जो बोला था ना, वो अच्छी तरह से दोबारा जाके सुनना. तब if you go and hear back whatever class I have taken, क्योंकि मैं तो हमेशा रोज दिन upload करती हूँ. I always upload every day the classes that I used to take. So with that revision question, you just go and recall back. Then if you hear that all those classes very nicely, then I am pretty sure you will get 30 out of 30. Understand, Shita?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, you will try to get 30 out of 30. Because nothing used to come from outside the syllabus or else outside the notes. Na? Sab kuch to jo notes mein diya, everything used to come. So like try to get 30 out of 30. Okay, next, number 1 is hematuria with or without proteinuria. So you can just write down this table. I'll explain in the next class. You can just write it down. I'll explain in the next class. Write down number 1 is hematuria with or without proteinuria. And उसके अंदर में क्या क्या आएगा? Primary glomerular disease. Number A. Number C is. Number B is, यहाँ पे B है, हाँ? यहाँ पे B है. That is associated with multi-system or heredity diseases. Associated with infections. All this. You want to write it down like this or I'll send the PDF?
Ma'am, PDF.
Okay, it's better if I send PDF, okay? Like, do one thing, you just write down in PDF in advance so that after your Monday, yeah, Monday, after your sessional exam is over, not sessional, means my subject is over, I will try to teach you all this very nicely. Along with this, all this disease, along with the picture, everything I'll discuss. Actually, we have lots to like types this question paper, this and all, no? That's why I could not prepare much like for this. And all of you get ready, okay? Your question paper is ready. You just need to by heart everything. and just see nicely, okay, in what in the chapters, the causes, etiology, everything study very nicely.
Okay, ma'am.
What is the other name of Lim's tumor? Ari, what is the other name of Wilm's tumor? Monday's exam and no one.
Nephroblastoma.
Yes, nephroblastoma, all these things. If I found anyone doing any mistake, no, it won't be good, because I won't, if you try to get 30 out of 30, the less marks should be at least 29. Srijana, please take attendance, okay?
Okay, ma'am.
Do you want to ask anything today's class?
No, ma'am.
शीतल कुछ पूछना है?
No, ma'am.
Anyone? Anyone else? Anyone else want to ask anything? Okay. All of you, please on your video once. All of you. Please on your video once. All of you. Except Srijana, as he's taking attendance. All of you. I want to see what you all are doing. All of you on, hurry up. Okay. Sheetal sleeping.
No.
Okay. Senkamji, are you excited for exam? Senkamji, are you excited for exam?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Try to get, okay, 30 out of 30. See the question very nicely. Don't be in hurry. And remember, it's only 45 minutes. All this Darshana, Ilasara, Valbina, all of you, Nunu, Rudolph, every one of you. Rudolph, where is your face? Why are you showing me the wall? Okay. Rudolph will get 31 out of 30. Now, Rudolph?
No, ma'am.
All of you, you have notes. You just need to score 30. I'm so excited to see the score of your mark. Okay, Srijana done with attendance?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, student will take only that much for today, okay? Because Monday is your exam and it's better if you study. Let's not waste time. Okay? Is it okay? Or you want to extend the class?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
I knew it. Okay, okay, okay. Okay, thank you everyone. Best of luck for exam.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.